Good evening. Welcome to the Town Council meeting for Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Councilor Granessi, please lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. For those present, in case of emergencies, back of the room is the exit. If you have a cell phone, please silence it. And we'll do a roll call. Councilor Granessi.
Good evening.
Councilor Webb.
Good evening.
Councilor Spencer, you there online?
I am. Good evening.
Good evening. Councilor Chase.
Good evening.
Councilor Mauger.
Good evening.
Councilor McEachern.
Good evening.
And good evening from the chair. We have nothing else there, so... And Mr. Fowler, good evening, and
Good evening.
Madam Town Clerk, good evening. Motion?
Motion to open the public hearing, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion to open public forum and a second. Due to Councilor Spencer being on the line, we have to do a roll call for this. Councilor Granessi?
Yes.
Councilor Webb?
Yes.
Councilor Spencer?
Yes.
Councilor Chase?
Yes.
Councilor Mauger?
Yes.
Councilor McEachern?
Yes.
The chair votes yes. Public forum is now open. If you wish to speak, please come up and state your name and address for the record. Nothing, Richard?
Chairman, seeing no
Oh,
one
hold
jumping
on.
on the...
I saw him chomping on it.
Richard Tripp, 44 Winter Road. I hadn't been here in a while, so I thought maybe I'd come and see what you guys, you rascals, are up to. You know, because I spend most of my time at the school board meetings, but, you know, not having been here for a while, I figured that it was probably worth my time to come and see, you know, our new counselor that I haven't seen. But other than that, I really don't have that much to say. You know, I do notice that you guys are a little better on your microphone etiquette than the school board is. You know, because I had to counsel them at their last meeting, saying that you know, RSA 91A is not only to get information from you know, public bodies, it's also to allow people to hear what you guys are saying during a meeting. And if you can't speak into the microphones or don't turn the microphones on, you know, that's very difficult. You know, so I'll be grading you tonight, you know, and I'll let you know how you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tripp. Anyone else wish to speak? Anyone online?
Seeing none, rise online, Mr. Chair.
And seeing no one jumping to the forefront, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing, Mr. Chair.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to close public forum. On the motion, Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
Councilor Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Mauger.
Yes.
Councilor McEachern.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Public forum is now closed. Consent agenda. We have item 25-85, approved non-public minutes from August 19th, 2025. I believe you were absent, so we'll break them up.
Okay.
We'll do them individual. So on the first 25-85, Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
Councilor Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Mauger.
Yes.
Councilor McEachern.
I'll abstain since you told me I was absent.
Thank you. And the chair votes yes. Motion carries 6-0.
Would have voted for it. You guys did them right.
Yeah. Item 25-86, approved minutes from August 19, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. So Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
Councilor Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Mauger.
Yes.
Councilor McEachern.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion carries. 25-87, acceptance of resignation from Derry Public Library trustee. And item number 25-88, acceptance of resignation from the Derry Housing Redevelopment Authority.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. On the motion, Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Mojay?
Yes.
Yes.
Counselor McEachran? And the chair votes yes, motion carries 7-0. Chair's report. We have an appointment to Conservation Commission as an alternate. I move to appoint Pamela Pirro as an alternate member of the Conservation Commission for a term to expire March 31st, 2028.
Second.
Okay, we have a second on that. On the motion, Counselor Granessi?
Yes.
Counselor Webb? Counselor
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Counselor Chase?
Yes.
Counselor Mojay?
Yes.
Counselor McEachran?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, 7-0. Mr. Fowler?
All right, good evening. I'd like to invite CFO Mark Fleischer to the podium. He has a brief presentation on the status of the closeout of FY25. So I'll hand it over to Mark, and he can provide his presentation tonight.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, good evening. You guys can hear me, right? Excellent.
We got you.
Okay, this is a preliminary financial report for fiscal FY 2025 as of June 30th, 2025. Let me move this.
Not working for you?
Not working. Oh, there we go. Well, first of all, these results are as of June 30th, 2025. They are preliminary, so they are subject to change. Got a lag there. Spacebar? Use the wheel. Our year-end audit will commence next week on Monday. For this particular analysis, we're only going to focus in on general fund operational revenues and expenses. General fund operations do not include taxes, overlay, TIF, capital, and EMT revenue and expenses. So for FY25, our general fund operational revenues were 106.7% for expenses. So on this slide, these are our revenue variations for operations. These are general fund revenues that exceeded budget. So starting off, you can see that fire permits was $56,000 above budget. Ambulance revenues were $240,000 above budget. And motor vehicle revenues and tax were $764,000 above budget. Got a couple of small ones there. Going down to OMO, we have interest revenue at $1,179,064 above budget. We have a couple more things in town clerk that were exceeded budget. Our planning applications were 12.4 above budget, and code building permits were almost $326,000 above budget. Transfer station, our recycling revenues were $325,000 above budget. So overall motor vehicle revenues were $361,594 greater than the FY 2024 amount. And our general fund interest revenue was $90,658 greater than FY 2024. Let's see. This slide here are general fund revenues that were below budget. So we have some of these activity centers like animal control and IT, small amounts that were below budget for revenues. Human services repayment of assistance was $8,600 below budget. In finance, our P-card rebate was $9,600 below budget. In tax, we did not do any sale of tax deeded property, so that puts a hole of $50,000. In town clerk, civil forfeitures, $5,000 below budget. Planning, our planning consultants were $7,600 below budget. In code, our court fines were $2,000 below budget. They didn't collect anything. And in cemetery, perpetual care fees were $3,150 below budget. But in early FY 2026, there will be a sale of deeded property, which should exceed amount owed to the town. Any excess revenue is returned to the former homeowner's estate, and the town is expected to yield roughly $65,000, which will cover back taxes, penalties, interest, and any legal fees. Going over to the expense side, for operations. In fire, we have full-time wages at $493 below budget, $493,000 that is. Police operational expenses were almost $129,000 below budget. Community development and health had some small amounts that were below budget. And human services, again, not much assistance. We're at 55,009 below budget. In OMO, our retiree health was 52,000 below budget. And then also the legal expense was 78,000 below budget. Planning outside engineering was 83,000 below budget. And in highway, snow removal, 157,000 below budget. And their diesel fuel was almost $29,000 below budget. So at June 30th, 2025, departments trended individually between 49% and 97%. Also, there were 1 firefighter, 5 paramedics, and 1 secretary 3 position vacant in fire, and 2 patrol officer positions vacant in police. In July 2025, $150,000 was transferred from the FY 2025 highway budget to the Highway Winter Maintenance Capital Reserve Fund. And these are some of the expenses that exceeded budget. In fire, their overtime was $596,000 above budget. Town clerk special mailing caused $3,800 over in postage. Code, overtime was over budget, and parks overtime as well as repair and maintenance. Buildings and grounds, $25,000 above budget. That's probably related to cost of materials. Highway overtime was slightly above budget, but their supply and maintenance line, which is the line where they purchased their salt, was $28,000 above budget. Vehicle maintenance, the vehicle repairs was pretty high, $92,000 above budget. And the transfer station, the trash hauling fees were $49,000, almost $49,200 above budget. Another note here is fire overtime is offset by vacant positions and related roll-ups. So in summary, our general fund operational revenues are expected to exceed estimates by $1.465 million, which is 6% above budget. Our general fund operational expenses are expected to be below estimates by $1.880 million, and that would be 3.39% below budget. This information confirms funds will be added to the unallocated fund balance. Therefore, the maximum amount from the FY 2025 budget can be released to the capital reserves in the amount of $948,125. Do we have any questions?
Questions?
Nope.
Else? Nope, no questions.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think I'm just going to sit here because
Yeah, I was going to say, I have a couple of items of community note, and then Mark will absorb the rest of the meeting this evening so he can save the steps. But
Gonna hang out.
yeah, so a couple of items. Just wanted to point out, this is a water department notice, been in the newspaper on our website. Manchester Waterworks, who's our water supplier, has planned a conversion from the disinfectant chloramine to free chlorine. That's coming up to begin tonight, September 2nd, and it will continue through until October 14th, 2025. Just a general advisory, you might notice a slight change in the taste and smell of your drinking water, but that has no harmful effects. Notices were posted in advance of this conversion date, particularly for those of a sensitive population. But this has been a routine cause over the last couple of years, and just passing that along. For any questions, you can reach out to the water department or take a look at our town website. Second item I wanted to talk about, as the days turn shorter, we are into the heart of the fall season. Football, some of the other sports that are going on, soccer, you're starting to see shorter and shorter days. So there's more exposure potentially to dusk as these teams try to squeeze in their practices. And just wanted to talk a little bit about our mosquito control program. As everybody's aware, we have a year-round, or at least throughout the seasons when it's not snowing, we do larviciding in the spring. We do have a provision for testing throughout the year. We also monitor what comes out of the state. If there's a need to do adulticiding, which hasn't happened in Derry for several years, we have money within the budget to do so. But at this point, and this is a report directly from New Hampshire Health and Human Services. They tested 2,800 batches, and there were 13 positives for Jamestown Canyon virus. Now, we're talking mosquitoes, not human nor animal. And there were 5 positives for West Nile virus. So it's important, again, to emphasize there have been no infections of humans or no infections of animals that have been reported to date statewide. We're going to continue to monitor that. That's part of what Dragon Mosquito, our contractor, will advise us. And within the packet I provided, just a summary of the report through July of what they've been engaged with. So we'll monitor that. Obviously, Parks and Recreation is involved with reaching out to the various leagues, and we'll keep them in the loop if something changes radically. So stay tuned, but right now everything seems to be pretty stable. Wanted to talk a little bit about projects, the Abbott Court project. Tonight we're going to be finalizing the financing package for the FY26 budget. We're continuing to coordinate with LMG. It does look like we're going to be looking towards the lot consolidation and the voluntary merger of the 3 town parcels probably in the next couple of weeks, and that will put in motion the implementation of the construction contract. So that should be breaking ground sometime around November. I've had a chance to kind of review some of the contract provisions for workers' comp and property and liability. So we're in good shape there, working with their partner, Harvey Construction. Fire station, another update. So we've set a September 30th substantial completion date, which then means that at that point, the contractors are basically going to be vacating the site, and the fire department will be moving over furniture and all of their communications equipment. At this point, I don't have a specific date that they'll have their first shift in there, but you can anticipate that's going to be towards the back half of October. Once we have that established, we're going to reach out, talk about some community dates that we can do a ribbon cutting and bring everybody in for a tour of this new facility. So really happy with the way that it's turned out, and now it's just the final pieces. I know we had talked at the last meeting about the paving and the striping and the landscaping, all that's been put into place. So we're very, very close, and now it's just kind of the final issues to square away. And then obviously Shenito Road, that work continues to tie in the water main to Barkland Acres and the Morningside Drive neighborhood. So that is going to continue through the rest of this calendar year. At some point, they'll be making the turn onto 102 and heading their way eastbound towards the J&F Farms and ultimately out to the Rand Shepherd Hill neighborhood. So that continues. And then the last piece of information I wanted to pass along on the legislative front. So if you recall, HB 405 talked about illicit human trafficking. There was a commission that was put in place as a result of that bill's passage. Chief Fioli and I are both members of a 12-person panel. The first meeting on that is going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m., so I'll have some information to report on that. But we're pleased that we'll be off and running and starting that commission's work, and hopefully it's going to lead to some fruitful action. So that's all I have this evening from the town administrator's side.
Questions?
Yes. Shenito Road, Barkland Acres, when are we going to start seeing some pavement?
Yep.
Instead of driving over dirt every night.
So,
what has now been several months.
Correct. So the project obviously has been putting down provisions for temporary pavement. At the end of this construction season, I'm not sure what that specific schedule is yet, but obviously want to make sure that the whole road is ready to be resurfaced. So basically the plan's going to be one lane will be milled out, and then there'll be a new surface placed over that, but it will be in a good rideable condition. Once all the services are put in, so that's the other part too. There's select services that will be installed. Those have not been done as of yet. So right now, you're just seeing a single trench that's been put in place.
On Shenito.
On Shenito, yes. Yeah.
So I'm concerned about two things. Number one, Shenito being in good shape.
Yep.
For the winter.
Yep.
And then Barkland Acres is not paved at all.
Right.
It's all dirt, stone. Looks like most of the houses, if not all of them, have now all been connected up.
Yep.
So it's kind of a twofold question. I get the Shenito. When's Barkland Acres going to be paved?
Yes.
Because you don't have to do the milling and everything there, right?
No. So ultimately within the contract, and this is what Tom and Underwood Engineers will be working through on a schedule for pavement on that. But I think they want to make sure everything has been tested, completed, and done. And once that's been done, they'll distribute notices out to people. But under no circumstances are we expecting that to be unpaved going into next winter, no doubt.
Well, the people in the neighborhood want to know when it's getting paved.
Yep. Okay, I'll pass that along to Tom in terms of getting some neighborhood information out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else? All right. Thank you. Moving along to the public hearing. Item 25-80, Resolution 2025-046, Supplemental Appropriation for Dairy Commerce Corridor, TIF Fiscal Year 26 Abbott Court Parking Garage, Debt Payment.
Motion to open a public hearing. Well, we have to hear the
Yeah, I'll hear the
presentation
subject,
first.
yep.
Sorry, I jumped the gun. I knew it as soon as I said it.
No problem.
Mr. Fleischer.
Okay, so per Resolution 2025-017, the Town Council authorized the construction of the Abbott Court parking structure, and per Resolution 2025-018, a bond offering was authorized to fund the project. Issuance of long-term debt for the Abbott Court parking structure occurred in August of 2025. An interest-only payment on this debt issuance in the amount of $496,072.71 will be made in February 2026 from the DCC TIF Fund. This payment was not included in the FY26 budget, as the sale of the bond, which finalized the interest rate, occurred after the FY26 budget was adopted. We did, however, anticipate this payment, which is budgeted within the project cash flow. We are using accumulated fund balance within the Dairy Commerce Corridor TIF Fund to cover the project's debt payments. Using the accumulated fund balance and the DCC TIF towards the payment requires a supplemental appropriation to the DCC TIF Fund interest expense, object code 981000, in the amount of $496,072.71, with offsetting use of DCC TIF Fund balance revenue to object code 039399.
Now, I would like to make a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
Motion to open public hearing in the second. On the motion, Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Councilor Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Mouget.
Yes.
Councilor McEachern.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Public hearing is now open. If you wish to speak, come up, state your name and address for the record.
Mr. Chairman, seeing no one jumping to the forefront from the audience, and no one's
Seeing none
now gonna
rise
tell me
online,
no
Mr.
one
Chair.
online. I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second that.
All right, motion to close in a second.
Yes.
Councilor Granessi, Councilor Webb,
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
I think
Councilor
she's...
Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Mouget.
Yes.
Councilor McEachern.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, 7-0. Councilors, questions? Comments?
No, pretty straightforward.
For our CFO. No, anything? All right. Take it away.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to read the following resolution into the record. Resolution 25046, to approve a supplemental appropriation to the Dairy Commerce Corridor TIF Increment Financing District Fund. Whereas the town charter establishes the town council as the appropriating authority of the town, and as such is empowered by Section 9(6) of the charter to make supplemental appropriations after the annual budget is adopted. And whereas the town council previously established the Dairy Commerce Corridor DCC Tax Increment Financing District pursuant to Resolution 2019-012, and whereas the town council under Resolution 025-017 authorized the construction of a parking structure at Abbott Court located in the DCC TIF, and whereas the town will incur interest expenses in FY26 associated with the issuance of a long-term debt to fund the project, now therefore be it resolved in council that the sum of $496,072.71 shall be appropriated in an FY26 long-term debt payment associated with the Abbott Court project within the Dairy Commerce Corridor TIF Increment Financing District, DCC. Said appropriation shall be funded using the accumulated fund balance in the DCC TIF fund. Resolution has been adopted by 2/3 of the majority of the entire council as required by the charter and shall take effect immediately upon its passage.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Ooh, resolution. Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer. Can't hear her. Councilor Chase.
Yes.
Councilor Mouget.
Yes.
Councilor McEachern.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Councilor Spencer. Oh, her screen just froze, she said. So,
Oh, she's there.
are you there, Councilor Spencer?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Thumbs up.
I vote yes.
Yes,
Sorry, my
okay.
screen froze.
7-0. Thank you. Motion carries. All right, moving on to new business, 25-89, Resolution 2025-040, to finalize the FY26 appropriations for the 2025 tax rate. Mr. Fleischer again?
Okay. So, per Resolution 2025-019, the FY 2026 budget was adopted by the Town Council on May 6, 2025, in the amount of $65,846,284. Post-budget adoption, there were several resolutions approved by the Town Council which impact the FY 2026 appropriations and revenues. Starting off, we have Resolution 2025-017, which was a supplemental appropriation for a new parking garage at Abbott Court for $23,300,000. On that same resolution, the Town Council authorized use of funds from the DCC Redevelopment Expendable Trust Fund towards that project, and that was $2,325,000. Also in the resolution, it was authorized to use DCC TIF balance towards that project of $275,000. And then Resolution 2025-018 authorized the issuance of long-term bonds for the new parking garage in the amount of $20,700,000. Next, we have 2025-033, which is a supplemental appropriation for the Derry Public Library roof repairs in the amount of $11,847. And also on that same resolution, the use of Derry Public Library capital reserve funds to offset that supplemental appropriation. Resolution 2025-037, reduction of the FY26 copier replacement pricing of $140,000 to $101,430 due to the change from a capital lease purchase to a non-capital lease purchase. So again, that reduction was $38,570. And also on that resolution, the Town Council authorized use of funds from the eGov Capital Reserve Fund in the amount of $101,430 versus using capital lease revenue as originally budgeted. The overall reduction of revenue was $38,750. And finally, Resolution 2025-046, which is what was just approved, supplemental appropriation for interest-only parking garage bond payment in the amount of $496,073, with offsetting revenue from the DCC TIF fund balance for $496,073. So the amended appropriation total for FY 2026 is $89,615,634. We are seeking approval on Resolution 2025-040 in this amount in order to help set the tax rate in October, hopefully.
Questions?
Yeah. So just to be clear for the public, all of what you just read literally has no impact on the tax rate because everything is offset.
Correct. The only thing,
And/or the bond for downtown is covered by the TIF district and not the general fund.
that is correct. The
So-
only difference is the reduction in the copier expense. The
Right.
appropriations were reduced, but revenues, offsetting revenues reduced well. So basically, everything has an offsetting revenue.
Which is basically what I want to explain to the public, because some people are going to hear that we went from 65 million to, round numbers, 65 million to 89 million. I just want to make it very clear to the public, everything that we just went through is covered by offsetting revenues. So where the bottom line will look like it went up, there's offsetting revenues. These literally have no tax impact on what you're about to set.
That is correct.
Just to be clear to the public, because they're going to see that increase.
Good clarification. Any other questions or comments? Would anyone like to make a motion?
Okay, I will make the motion. Resolution 2025-040 to finalize the FY26 budget. Whereas Section 9.4 of the Town Charter vests in the Town Council the responsibility to enact the town budget by May 31st, and whereas the Town Council has reviewed and revised the budget as proposed by the Town Administrator and has acted upon resolutions necessary to effectuate various services and programs within the budget, and whereas the Town subsequently adopted resolutions to proceed with construction of Abbott Court parking garage and subsequent interest-only bond payments, roof repairs to the Derry Public Library, revisions to the 2026 copier replacement appropriation within the supplemental appropriation process. And whereas the State Department of Revenue Administration has requested a revised bottom line budget amount from the tax year 2025 tax rate will be calculated. Now, therefore be it resolved in council that the town council hereby finalizes the FY26 town budget in the amount of $89,615,634 as set forth in the attached summary. Resolution shall take effect immediately upon its passage.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. On the motion, Counselor Granessi.
Yes.
Counselor Webb.
Yes.
Counselor Spencer.
Yes.
Counselor Chase.
Yes.
Counselor Mojay.
Yes.
Counselor McEachran.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion carries 7-0. Thank you, Mark, appreciate it. Council comments and liaison reports. Counselor Spencer, I know you have something.
Yes, I just, thank you. I just wanted to update. Last time I had said we were going to be having a legislative committee meeting, and now I can report we did have a legislative committee meeting on August 27th. I thought it was a really good meeting. All three of the town councilor representatives, all three of our state representatives that are on the committee, and all three of our school board members all three of us were present for that. So we had some good conversation and, are getting ready and have a plan for our, when we'll meet again, and kind of talked about what the process will, look like for the next legislative season and all of that stuff. So just a good meeting. Wanted to report that had happened.
Great, thank you. Anyone else? Counselor Granessi.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was at the recent school board meeting as the alternate liaison to it, and I just want to say the school board's moving forward. They definitely, if you watch the meeting, the meeting was great, but I just wanted to highlight they come up with 6 of their priority items that they're going to look into, so they're definitely moving forward. And I did go by the West Runningbrook School, and the banding looks phenomenal. I drove by there today because they mentioned that they took down the scaffolding, so I just want to give a report on that.
Counselor Webb?
Very loud. All set.
All right. Anyone else?
Good.
And to your point, Counselor Granessi, for those who don't know, there's a new superintendent for the school, started July 1st, Mr. Flynn. He has been invited to a future council meeting to come and introduce himself to the community, for those who don't watch the school board meetings. So that will be to be determined based on his schedule and whatnot. So having said that, anyone else? All right, do we have a motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
On the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, meeting adjourned.